Hi guys, in order to give you a little bit more of an understanding of eCompare from the horse's mouth, so to speak, I've asked Mark Bishop, one of the product vendors, to come on and explain the product in a little bit more detail for you, so you can see exactly what it is, all the benefits, and why it's something that you seriously need to get your hands on as soon as you can. So I'll hand over to Mark now, and he will be your host for a little while. All the best, Trevor. Over to you, Mark.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. And if you're watching this, thanks for taking the time out to watch this. Cool. Okay, so if you don't know me, my name's Mark Bishop. I've been in this marketplace for probably professionally around about 4 years ago. And I'm going to tell you this because I think it's important that everybody knows exactly where I came from. And I think it kind of inspires anybody watching that's just getting started. So 4 or 5 years ago, I was a full-time plumber here in the UK, so I pretty much, worked with my hands most of my life and always wanted to get into this marketplace. And, I probably did like so many other people do, I bought this and I bought that and nothing worked. And I kind of got lucky. And I managed to build a couple of niche sites that were reasonably successful, and then I sold them, and then, I was able to do this full time, which was kind of my ambition from the off. Now, as I said, I've been doing this for some time, and I'm kind of rambling here, and I'm here to talk about a product which we release on Saturday. So Saturday, what's that? June the 17th. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I think it's important to sort of talk about sort of your story, as it were, because anybody that's watching this or anybody that sees this at any point, it's good to know that anybody can do this. Anybody can actually jump online and make money. But in order to do that, you have to buy the right products and you have to have the right plan. Now, it's kind of a passion of mine, and I don't know if it's my age, but I tend to remember exactly where I was sort of 4 or 5 years ago, struggling, buying product after product. And, most of these products, they didn't really deliver. So what I tried to do is I tried to sort of come up with or put together or work with people that have a complete system, or at least, when we see part of it, we add on the rest, which kind of brings me to eCompare, which is the product that we're releasing this weekend. Now, I'm sure there are a ton of people watching right now that have maybe toyed with the idea of becoming or breaking into e-com. Now, just in case you don't know what e-com is it basically means e-commerce is short for e-commerce. Now, e-com in our marketplace, it normally means physical products. So perhaps you've heard of Shopify. So what tends to happen is you set up a store. So you could be using Shopify, you could be using one of the other platforms, or you could be doing it self-hosted on WordPress. And you tend to sell physical products. So in most cases with e-com, you would have to buy in all this stock. So you would have to go off to sort of Alibaba or something like that and find all this stock. Find a reliable supplier, somebody that you could trust, somebody you could trust with your money. Pay them, pay them for a lot of stock. And then you're gonna have to mess about with customs. Then, provided you do get all the stock through and it all comes through customs okay, you have to store it. And then, after all that, even with all the research that you may have done, you've still got to hope you sell those products. Now, there are a ton of e-com products out there that, teach you how to be successful in e-com. But what I would say is, before you jump into anything like that, be aware you have to have a ton of money up front. And it's not really a great place to start for anybody that's kind of new to this market. I hate to use the phrase newbies, but we were all newbies once. Everybody wants to make money online, but I would say be very, very cautious about jumping into e-com full blown, because you're likely to get burnt. So The alternative to that, because don't get me wrong, selling physical products online is perhaps a way to go, because everybody and their grandmother is buying online now. So that whole buying online barrier is completely gone now. Everybody is online buying, and they buy everything online. Excuse me. So instead of paying out a load of money that you may not have, buying a load of stock on your credit card, what you can do is you can become an e-com affiliate, if you like. So essentially you're still selling physical goods, but instead of risking a load of money, what you're doing is you're becoming an affiliate, and you're stocking your stores with affiliate goods. So these could be goods from leading platforms such as AliExpress, Amazon, Walmart, that kind of thing. And you can put all of these products, you can put them all on your own store. So somebody clicks on one of those products, and then you get a commission. So although the kind of profit on each product isn't as great, because you're just getting that affiliate commission, it's still a much better way into e-com, because there is no risk. However, you still have to get people to actually purchase those products. Now, again, I'm sure there's a ton of you watching this right now. You've been sold on the idea of setting up your own e-com stores based on the affiliate approach. So perhaps you built or bought a couple of store builders. Let's call them store builders, Amazon store builders, or multi-retail platform store builders. And it's great, and you can build some fantastic sites. And that's all well and good, but how do you convince anybody to actually purchase a product from you? Because, let's face it, it's all very well building a store, but if nobody buys that product, then what's the point? So again, going back to my roots, I always like to come up with things that actually help people. And what we decided here was, we kind of looked around, and one of the growing trends online is comparison. So what I mean by this is, sites like shopping.com or Calco or Price Grabber or something like that. So people like to get the best deal. They like to get the best price. So we thought, why not give that to them inside of an e-com store? So I'm kind of moving over to our actual product now, so I kind of explain that. So we're launching a product. It's called eCompare. Now what it does is, number one, it does pretty much the same as an everyday store builder. So it'll build you a fantastic affiliate store. Okay, so you can stock everything. It pulls everything from the platforms. Now I will say, instead of one platform or maybe 3 platforms, eCompare actually pulls data from 7 platforms. So all of the normal ones, you've got Amazon, you've got AliExpress, you've got Walmart, you've got shop.com, and eBay, and a couple of others. It kind of escapes me at the moment, but there's 7 platforms. So you can put the API, you can drop the API link into eCompare, and it'll link up and it'll scrape all of those sites. And what it will do is it will build your site. So you drop in a phrase. Again, this is much like any other store builder. Drop in a phrase. It'll build a store based on the phrases that you put in. So you can put all the products in, and it'll put all the data directly from Amazon. So it'll build you a store around Amazon, even though there's 7 platforms involved. What that does is it allows the software to use the images, reviews, videos, anything really. Everything that's on Amazon you can pull over. So you've got a store and it's built for you. You can build a basic store in around 5 minutes. If you want to, completely load that store, it's going to take you a couple of hours. But in a couple of hours, you can categorize everything. You can have a fantastic store up there, which is all ready to make you money. Now, making money, that's the real part that we're all interested in. So yes, if you build it targeted, which obviously you should be, if you go targeted, you're going to get customers. Now these could be browsers, or they could turn into actual customers that actually purchase something from you. And that's really the aspect that we're interested in. So, targeted store. You've got a great store because you built it with eCompare. It's fully stocked, highly targeted. Somebody jumps onto your site. How do you make sure that they don't leave your site? Now, going back to the price comparison sites, they work because they grab that customer, or that potential customer. They grab that potential customer. They just hold them there and they show them the best deals. So there's no bounce rate, or very little bounce rate. Anybody that's interested in a particular product, say, let's say they put in something to do with camping, maybe a tent, a dome tent. Excuse me. So they put a dome tent in there. They find the brand that they're interested in. So they go to a price or a shopping comparison site. They'll put that in there. That shop comparison site will then hold them there. Well, they go off, scrape all the details, and get the best prices from lots and lots of different platforms. The kind of platforms that people trust and are quite happy to buy from, such as eBay and Amazon, that kind of thing. So all of the details are pulled in, and then the customer, they find the best deal for them, the deal that suits them the best, maybe the price, maybe the deal, maybe the shipping. And they click through, and then that price comparison site, they've made a commission. So we've essentially done the same thing. So you can build a complete store, targeted, you can fill it up with affiliate stock, so there's no risk whatsoever. Somebody comes to your site. Now, instead of it just being a store, just like everybody else is, you've got that price comparison engine on there. So they put in a phrase, a product they're interested in, and they can search directly for the best price. It's kind of a no-brainer, really, when you think about it. It's human nature. Nobody will go onto one site and think, that's a great product, got to buy it. It doesn't work like that. With consumer goods, physical goods, people are looking for the best option, the best deal, and the best price. Whatever suits them best, that's what they're after. So, with price comparison engine built into eCompare, you have a way of sticking anybody that's interested in any of your products on your site to your store. Your bounce rate will drop and you'll convert more. You'll make more money. So let me show you inside of one of our demo sites, and I can kind of show you how this works. So it's live, and if you stick with me, there's actually more to it as well, which I think anybody who's watching this is going to kind of enjoy. It's just, there's just some great aspects to this. So stick with me, watch this quick demo, and I'll show you why we know that you're going to be able to make more money with eCompare than you would be able to with any other store builder or even Shopify. Take a look at this. Okay, so we have a number of demo sites set up. This one here is based around camping and hiking, and I would say whether you use eCompare or anything else, keep everything you do highly targeted. If you do that, you're just going to convert more, you're going to make more sales, you're going to make more commission. It kind of stands to reason anybody coming onto your site, if they're drawn in for a particular phrase, if the rest of the products on that site relate to that phrase, then there's a great chance that you'll sell more than one product. They might come on, they might be looking for hiking coats, hiking boots, tents, so they may buy more than one product. So always bear that in mind, regardless of what you're using. So anyway, this one is camping and hiking. What I'm going to do, I'll just scroll down here and let's have a look. So you can see this is a home page. You can customize it, to look the way you want it to look, really. So the sliders, you can see that there's a top slider there. There's a bestseller slider there. Sorry. This is all included with the package, so you won't have to pay any extra for that. So this is the home page, and again you can kind of edit it and change it to look the way you want to. So I could go over to shop, so I could click shop up here, blog, contact, let me just show you how the comparison engine works. So let's assume that I was looking for, or I was interested in these LED lantern bulbs here. So if I click on there, you can see now that it loads, and then it runs the comparison. Okay, so this is all done live. It's taking the details from the sites that are plugged into eCompare. Now, of course, eCompare comes with 7 platform integration, but that's not to say that every product is going to be on every store. So if it's not, it will only pull up results where it's found the product. So in this case, it's Amazon, it's Walmart, it's eBay, and you can see the best deal is $9.99. Okay, so if I click here, it takes me straight over to Amazon where I can purchase that product. And when the customer does that, obviously the site owner receives a commission. Now, if, for example, the customer came over here and looked at this, but then decided to buy something else as well, then the store owner would also get a commission for that. Okay, so let's go back to this site here. So you can see it does the live comparison right there. So, you know, it kind of sticks customers to your site. Anybody that's interested in that product and visits your site, there's a very good chance they're going to buy, because you're offering them the best choice, the best deal and the best price. Now, on top of that, obviously we've got the descriptions. This is all pulled from Amazon, and again, this is much like any other store builder and related products down here. Let me take you inside of the admin dash. Okay, so inside of the admin, if I click here, you can see the settings window. Now, this is a product finder, so if you wanted to add a product to your site, you would just drop it in there. You can set the filters like so. So if you wanted to only include bestsellers, you can do that here, or search via keyword relevancy, highest to lowest ratings, and so on. You kind of get the idea. So I guess, again, this is much like any store builder, but just kind of show it to you anyway. So settings. Now, most store builders are going to come with a maximum of 3 retail platforms integrated. With eCompare, you get 7. So let me just pull the screen down a minute. Excuse me. So you can see we have Amazon, AliExpress, Walmart, Best Buy, Shop.com, Cdiscount, and eBay. And you just drop in your details like so. And then when somebody runs a price comparison on your site, it will scrape, or it will search all of these different sites. And as I said, you know, if it's not on all of them, it will only return details for the sites or the products which are on those sites, if that makes sense. Sorry. Okay, I'm sure you kind of know what I'm talking about. So Blogger, you can pull in details. We've got an integrated blog, so it's kind of great for pulling in content and pulling in organic traffic. So you can set that up here. There's easy articles down here, RSS feeds, integrated blogs, so you can pull in details from different sites, dashboard. So let's say we wanted to set up featured images. It's very, very easy. It's all one click. So if I wanted to add that one and that one, I would just click there and then add to featured. And we'll add that one as well. Okay, so all very easy stuff. But the element that really shakes everything up in this case is the price comparison engine. Like I say, I'm not going to tell you that there aren't lots of great store builders out there, because There obviously is. There's some great products out there, but none of them have price comparison engine. And I'm sure you can kind of see the potential there. You know, somebody comes onto your site. Let's say, you know, they pop onto this site. By the way, this is another demo. And you know, they clicked on your shop, and then they're scrolling down. They see a product they're interested in. They like this one, so they click on there, and then all of the best prices are offered to them straight away. Why would they go anywhere else? There's no need to. It's human nature, as I've already said. You know, people like to get the best deal, so they'll shop around. They'll open 3 or 4 tabs, and they'll look for the best deal, and they'll ultimately buy the best deal. But when you can offer that best deal to them in one place, then it's going to work in your favor. People are going to be more inclined to purchase through you. Now, there is another element that I'd kind of like to touch on, and that's the live search feature. Now, when you get a store, or when you first set up an eCompare store, it's not going to be full to the brim with content. You know, you can set up a basic store in around about 5 minutes. However, categorizing, setting up all the products, adding more products, you know, really filling your store up so it's a complete authority in your marketplace, if you like, it's going to take you several hours. And even at that point, there will be products in your niche or your marketplace that you're kind of not aware of. So, you know, people that are searching for products in your niche, they may be drawn to your site, and they may be looking for a particular product which you don't have on your store. So we have a live search facility here. So what I'm going to do is just show you how this works. Okay, so I've put parka coat for ladies in there. Now, on the site itself, we don't actually have any parka coats for ladies. But what eCompare does is it goes off and it searches all of the sites that are that you've included in your eCompare package. So that could be Amazon, eBay, that kind of thing. So everything that you've API integrated, it goes off and it scrapes all of those sites and it finds details relating to that search phrase. Now, these products aren't on your site. However, it pulls them all in like so. And what this means is that even if you don't have the products on your site, your customers can still find them and they can still buy them. So, for example, if they had entered this phrase and let's say they wanted to buy this one, straight over there, they can buy that product and the store owner still gets a commission. So there's no leakage. So if you don't have that product on your store, then it really makes no difference, because the customer can still find it, they can still buy it. Well, I hope that demo has been, you know, enlightening to a certain degree. I guess at the end of the day, I'm sure there's an awful lot of people watching this right now, and maybe you've already got store builders, maybe you've already got e-com stores set up, but ask yourself, you know, how much do you actually make from those stores? The real issue is not getting people onto your store, it's getting them to actually purchase. Now, eCompare, it comes with everything that pretty much every other store builder has, but it has the addition of several elements which I've kind of covered. So the live search facility, for example, very few store builders will do that. So it will pull details from the API integrated platforms for products that aren't even on your site. So it still allows you to make money, which is great because, you know, most of us, we don't necessarily have an interest in the stores that we set up, you know, maybe with the first 1 or 2, but after that, it's all about the money. So we're setting up stores in niches and marketplaces we don't necessarily know an awful lot about. So that would mean that we don't know what people are kind of looking for in that niche. So by enabling this, the live search facility, it ensures that even though you don't have the product on your site, people can still buy that product. And what it'll also do is it will pull those search phrases into your eCompare software. So you'll be able to see what people are searching for, so you can just go ahead and add those after. So you can still make a sale, plus you'll know what they're searching for, and you can add those products in. Ultimately, the price comparison engine is the element that makes all of the difference. So yes, eCompare is better because it has 7 platform integration, which again is unusual. Most platforms have 3. It also has all the other elements, such as one-click sharing on social media, so you can drive traffic that way. It has the blog elements, so you can drive, you can pull organic traffic that way. And if you keep everything targeted, then it's remarkably easy to do. But like I said, I'll just go back to the price comparison engine. So if you already have sites now, maybe you're making some money, maybe you're not making any money. Perhaps you were sold on the idea of building affiliate-based e-com stores, which is, it's a great way to go because there's no risk. But how much money do you make? You have to actually find a way of converting those visitors into buyers, and price comparison is the ultimate tool for that reason. It makes sense. People are on your site, so everybody that you drag into your site, everybody you pull into your site, don't let them walk away. Don't let them open 3 other tabs looking for the best price. Offer it to them right there on your site. If you do that, you're going to make more money. Okay, thanks for having me on, and thanks for watching this. I guess I should also mention the fact that eCompare goes live this Saturday. So Saturday the 17th at 10 a.m. Where is Eastern time? So US Eastern time. So 10 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday the 17th. If you get there early enough. So yeah, I'm sure many of you know what an early bird is, but basically we're discounting the offer for the first 4 hours. So if you get there early, you're going to get this for $27.77, so under $30. And we really do genuinely think that if you use this, if you use especially the price comparison engine, it's never been done before. If you use this, you're going to make more money. Easy as that. Thanks for watching, and I hope that's been helpful. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mark. Cheers, mate. I'll speak to you soon. Guys, like you can see now from what Mark's shown you that this is your opportunity to get involved in e-commerce. Now, everybody's talking about e-commerce. It's all I'm ever hearing. In fact, the fellow internet marketers that I look up to, when I'm saying what you up to these days, they're saying e-commerce, e-commerce, e-commerce. Now, the trouble is that can be a little bit complicated. It can also be a bit tricky if you're going to have to hold stock. The beauty of eCompare is that you've got a theme and a plugin that enables you to have not only a wonderful looking site, really professional, slick looking site, but the comparison kind of machine in there that loads up the best offers for the products that your buyers are looking at. And so it just gives them, kind of an indication that the work's been done for them. They've shopped around instantly on your site. They don't need to leave your site because they can see all the different price comparisons in front of them, and they can just choose the cheapest, buy it, and you get the commission. So I'm sure you can see the power of that. Go ahead and grab this. The earlier you can get it, the better. Obviously, there's an early bird when this first launches, so the sooner you can get it, the better. And I'll see you soon. And don't forget, there's my exclusive bonus where I show you me setting up one of my websites, weight watching website, with eCompare, so you can see just how easy it is and what you have to do in order to get up and running. That's my free bonus for you, just for getting this through my link. So I'll speak to you soon. All the best, Trevor.